What's up, nerds? Another video here on Stock Doc. Trying to get one last video in before the Chiefs game starts. All bets are off at that point. Unfortunately, I have a screwdriver next to me, ready to watch Pat Mahomes and Josh Allen. Should be a pretty epic matchup. So I can't guarantee there'll be any more videos this weekend. Although I hope I'll drop a few. Wanted to drop this video on one of my faves. It's called Advaxis. Man, just talk about a versatile company that meets so many of the criteria of what I love in an investment right now. And I'll kind of show you my my train of thought. You know, as my math teacher Peggy Martin, hope she watches this video someday. What's up? As she used to always tell us, show your work. So I'm trying to show my work here on Advaxis and give you my thoughts. So I'm going to go ahead and open a Yahoo Finance tab on Advaxis so we can look at the chart, look at the market cap, and some of the metrics of the company. Then I'll kind of give you the tour on the company. All right. So the ticker for this company is ADXS. As you'll notice the trend, it's a cheap company in biotech and pharma. It is a micro-cap company. Remember nano-cap being under 50 million. So this is worth 81 million. You can see it's got a 52-week range of 26 cents to $1.26. This is a company that's been on my radar for quite some time. I had my eye on it last year. Again, one that I bought into last year, was down a little bit on and would have surely held, but needed to offset some gains. So I sold in December, picked back up, have a pretty big position in this now, and I'm just holding till the cows come home with this one. So what do? Well, they're a company that makes vaccines against cancer. And the article that caught my eye on Yahoo Finance is it's not advanced clinical research, but again, oncologists. ASCO is the big American Society of Clinical Oncology. This is where our important research is published. So they have their little symposiums for different types of cancer. So this genitourinary, so we're talking kidney, bladder, prostate, cancers, and they have their conferences yearly or more frequently and present some early phase clinical data. So this is a phase 1 and 2, and they're using their vaccine against prostate cancers, and in combination with the drug Keytruda, which is one of the highest grossing cancer drugs in the world. We're talking multi-billions a quarter. It may be the #1 revenue producing drug. So a lot of drugs right now are looking at combo therapies with Keytruda and Opdivo and some of these big boy players in the cancer world. So what they're trying to do is make a vaccine against a unique protein on a cancer, and then use that with another immune stimulating drug such as Keytruda, and try and create a robust immune response against the patient's cancer. So this is a phase 1 and 2 data. Patients that got combined Advaxis prostate cancer vaccine had an overall survival of almost 34 months if they were treated in combination with Keytruda. That's a pretty exceptional number in metastatic prostate cancer, especially for patients that may have failed on conventional therapy. So this result caught my eye. It's no guarantee of future success, and there's a lot of companies that will have some good-looking phase 1 and 2 data, only to fail in phase 3, and that's part of the game. So, to see success in phase 1 and 2, there's no guarantee that when further trials are done and studies are larger, those results will be proven to be statistically significant, but certainly interest generating here. So then I check out their website and see that they have vaccines in development against HPV associated cancer, so head and neck cancer, cervical cancer, which we know is highly sensitive to immune therapy. We've got the vaccine that's being developed for prostate cancers, and then they also have a HER2 program. I haven't even looked into the HOT program and the NEO program, but you'll kind of notice this pattern. Like, I think that like fifth or 20% or 25% of the company's assets are worth substantially more than the market cap. And they even have other shots at gold. Like I said, you can look into the HOT program and the NEO program. I haven't even paid any attention to it, which, probably says a lot about my thoughts in the value of the company. It's just like, this company is worth $80 million. That's nothing for a biotech pharma company. Their intellectual property is pretty sweet. They've got lots of shots on goal. And I haven't even begun to talk about, I think, the element of surprise, which when I decided to go pretty big in this company, I was already impressed with some of their cancer assets. And in my mind, I've seen so many of these biotech and pharma companies that are small surprise the hell out of me with something that they do in terms of other assets they develop or some change in company plans. And so this is a company with impressive infrastructure for generating vaccines. And vaccines, in case you haven't noticed, are a big effing deal right now. Look at company like Novavax or VBIV, Moderna, Pfizer. Vaccines are a huge interest in COVID-19. It's not going away anytime soon. And I just imagine what this pandemic is going to teach us about preparation for the next. Vaccines are only going to grow. And so, like, it wouldn't surprise me at all if some huge pharma company finds their infrastructure valuable. So, yeah, they've got some awesome cancer assets that I think by themselves are worth much more than this 81 million, most likely. But they also have valuable infrastructure that somebody else may think is worth a ton to them. So, it wouldn't surprise me at all if Pfizer or Merck or AstraZeneca says like their vaccine infrastructure is worth a lot. We're just going to go ahead and buy this company for $1 billion. Well, if that happens, get out my calculator here, and I like to think of, if a company was going to buy this company, what would they pay? This company is not going to sell, in my opinion, for less than $1 billion. So if we divide 1,000 million by 82 million, so that's $1 billion divided by 82 million, that's a factor of 12. So if you buy this stock for 74 cents, and after you buy it in the next year or two, it gets sold for $1 billion. We're talking this stock is over $9 a share. So, this company I think is just so versatile and has so many shots of creating value for you, whether they have success in one of their several cancer programs, which I've seen some impressive early phase results, whether their vaccine infrastructure is just too good to pass up for a purchase from big pharma, whatever it may be. This company, I don't know how they're going to do it, but I just have a wonderful feeling that $81 million company value is going to grow, and it's going to grow fast, and it's going to be explosive eventually. So this is something, every day that goes by that I see this company with a stock price of 66 cents or 64 cents or 68 cents, I buy more. So, might this pull back into the 60s and you can scoop up some shares? I told some people to buy this when it was in the 40s and 30s, and they've already done exceptionally well, and they have the flexibility if they want to sell this for double their gains. I'm holding it. It's a long-term hold for me, and it's one of the stocks I mentioned the shuffle. So if I make a quick 15 or 30 or 45 or 100% on a stock that I don't have a huge position in, I sell that, and I have been funneling gains into a very large holding in Advaxis. And I'm not going to bat 1,000, but my strategy has done exceptionally well. I showed my audience everything I posted in the month of December, December 24th to January 23rd. If you would have not weighted these and just randomly bought every single one of these companies equal amount, um, you would have made 40% in 1 month. I'm trying to show some of the strategy I'm doing again with taking some gains in others and applying them to some companies that have been relatively flat. You can see some momentum in the stock lately, but over the past 6 months, it went down and now it seems to be on the rise. But as long as the stock is being held down at this relatively low market cap, I've been feeding gains into it, and I'm just waiting for a pop. And I really truly believe it's going to come or be acquired, and there's so many ways they can do it. So, hope you enjoyed this. And just for your reference, Morningstar does have this stock undervalued. It's not at the very top of the list, but it's about 32% discounted on their valuation. So I just see so many things lining up with the stock. I see it something I like, element of surprise with vaccines. The value of their infrastructure is potentially something I can't even imagine in terms of COVID or other infectious disease. A good shot on goal with cancer, with the impressive phase 1 and 2 data. Super cheap, recent going up of the stock, and Morningstar thinks it's too cheap. And when all these things line up, I'm swinging away like Adam Dunn, eyes closed, swinging for my heels, trying to hit a 700-foot home run. And it happens way more often than you think. So I hope you enjoyed Vaxis, and it's one that I highly recommend and have really big hopes for.